Hello, it's another episode of your favorite Not Alone Talks. I'm Oscar, and of course, I'm back with the amazing Elle. Hi, Elle.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. It's been a while. It feels like ages, doesn't it?
The last one we did together was Christmas Day. So that just feels like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it?
Oh, wow, almost a month by the time this goes up. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
But what have you been up to? It's been a while.
Yeah, so I've been working throughout Christmas period and after Christmas. What else have I been up to? Very good question. I've been doing a lot of promotion for my outside stuff from work, so music. I'm in the finals of Miss Great Britain, so I've been doing a lot of promotion and a lot of campaigning for mental health with that. That's, I guess, taken up most of my time at the moment if I'm not working. So I've been doing a lot of stuff from home. I've not been out and about, which is quite nice. So I can really plan stuff and incorporate it into my day, if you know what I mean. It's been quite nice to just switch my laptop on and get it done. It's quite a nice thing instead of driving here, driving there. It's actually quite nice, and I guess it's the new way of working. It's a new way of getting out there and doing stuff, I guess.
Just sounds like it's been a manic January,
Oh, yeah,
really.
yeah, absolutely. How about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, so similar sort of things. Well, unfortunately, I didn't make it into the Miss Great Britain final, but
Oh, wow. There's
um,
always
yeah, but the same sort of thing. Been based at home still. Uh,
yeah.
Finally got round to investing in a desk, and that's about how excited my life's got at this point.
That's an adult. You're an adult now.
Oh, so getting a desk and some house plants, and I've just been so chuffed. I'm sat here surrounded almost in a jungle at this point. It's getting a bit out of hand. Um, but it's my birthday coming up, so I'll buy even more houseplants after that.
Oh, no. When's your birthday? When's your birthday?
It's the 21st of Jan, so
Jack,
well,
I'm the 9th of February, so we're not too far apart.
there you go. You understand what it's like. I'm sure anybody who's in the winter understands
Yeah,
how it can be so miserable to have a
yeah,
winter birthday sometimes. Uh,
absolutely.
I mean, there's loads of benefits. Don't get me wrong, I love the winter, but what I would give to be out having a barbecue for my birthday.
Yeah, myself, I was brought up on a Greek island, and I, being a February baby, you can't go on the beach and have a party. All my friends were either September or May, or in the middle of the summer. So we would be having parties, we'd be having barbecues, we'd be having pool parties, and I was there like, does anyone want to come to my house and play? Like I honestly, like my mum actually, we used to have a party in the summer because my brother's is in April and he was just on the cusp of being all right to like be outside. So my mum
Yeah.
was like almost an unbirthday for me, like maybe May time. I think one of my best friends was May. So I would almost like hijack her birthday and enjoy enjoy time because I was like, I can't do this. And growing up on an island where everything happens in the summer, you're kind of a bit restricted from playing hide and seek in your house to being at the pool or in the beach. It's completely different world. And that's, I guess, my this birthday will most probably be in lockdown, so it's going to remind me of being at home in the car in the house.
Do you know what? I think this year I'm going to live up to my reputation of being a queen, and I'm going to have a heat birthday in the summer as well and go for two
Well,
because I'm not really getting a birthday this year. So I
no, exactly.
think January babies, February babies, and some people in March. That's all rearranged for the summer and have a
Well,
massive
exactly.
blowout.
We'll have to have a joint one all together. Everyone who's from after Christmas till about March, end of March, we're going to have a party. We don't know where yet, but we'll keep it posted.
Well, speaking of January babies, Molly from the Pride and Surrey team, she's a January baby as well.
Yeah.
Um, and Molly has sent us across a short video just letting us get to know her a little bit more. So without further ado, Molly, take it away.
Hi everyone, I thought I would introduce myself properly. My name is Molly and I've been working as a volunteer for Pride in Surrey as part of their youth engagement and participation, trying to get young people involved and get their voices heard as part of Pride in Surrey. I'm also do the weekly cook along with Yana and loads of other bits and pieces behind the scenes. So then a little bit more about me. I'm self-employed gardener, so you might have seen or heard some of my gardening tips on the Proud Show. I've been working for myself for about 16 years now. I trained at Merest Wood, absolutely loved it. And I did work at Long Acres in Bagshot for a little while, and also at Wisley Gardens, the RHS Gardens. But I really enjoy being my own boss. That's where I'm really, really happy. But I engage with lots of other organisations and do partnership working, mainly around trying to engage young people in horticulture, because that's something I'm really passionate about. I've lived in Woking for most of my life. I'm a really keen tennis player, and I love a little spot of yoga. That makes me really happy. Being outside, I love walking, exercise, exploring, either whether it's in the UK or abroad. Yeah, lockdown's been interesting. I've been working the whole time, so it hasn't really hit me as much as perhaps other people, and I'm really lucky that having an outside job means that I can keep working. But it's definitely been difficult not seeing my family and my friends as I would have done before, and not being able to go and experience loads of stuff. I would love going up to London and see a show, and quite an outgoing, bubbly person that always wants to see new things and experience new things. So it's been difficult, but the Not Alone campaign has been fantastic for me. And it's just fantastic each week coming on and engaging with you guys. So I hope you really enjoy it. And I will speak to you soon. Have a great evening.
She's such a ray of sunshine.
Gardens, all right, that's cool. I went at Christmas for
Right.
and I have to say that garden, that area, it must be a big job. So kudos to Molly if you're watching this, and it's really nice to get to know you and to hear a little bit about you, because we do feature you quite a lot in the show, and a lot of people might not know who you are or what you do. So it's nice to have that introduction, and thank you, Molly.
Exactly. Do you know what? Wisley Gardens, I reckon they've got an army of gardeners. You can imagine it, can't you, in the morning? Yeah. Molly's height, so they're like Oompa Loompas in the chocolate factory. I'm joking.
It must have taken them a long time as well to put all those lights up. I don't know if you've seen what it looks like all the bits and bobs. It must take a long time to get that done. And it must be, people must be quite brave to get up all the top of the trees and get down all the lights. I mean, it's a big job. So, fair play, Molly. That's a cool thing to say that you've done, actually. So I love Wisley. It's great in the summer, great in the winter. They should endorse Pride in Surrey.
I tell you what, another thing that Molly does is she works at the Woking Twister Project, which is for under 18 LGBT allied young people. And it is just so amazing. Honestly, she's such a way with kids, and it is so fantastic every week. And they get to come, all do different things. It's brilliant. It's brilliant to do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's Molly. There you go. But we haven't stopped there this week. We're getting some fantastic videos in from the Pride team. And Lisa, who you may have seen from Musical News, and she's also hijacked a few of the cook-alongs as well, has got a new recipe book over the last couple of weeks, and found a fantastic quote in it that she wanted to share with us around sort of food and eating. So I'd give this a spin.
Hi everyone, it's Lisa from the Pride in Surrey team. I just wanted to share with you something that I came across this week. It's in a new cookery book that I was given for Christmas called Cook, Eat, Repeat by Nigella Lawson. She's one of my greatest pleasures in life. I don't know about you, but in it she shares some snippets of wisdom, which I think we shouldn't just ignore. And I wanted to share this one with you. If I could ban any phrase, it would, without doubt, be that overused, viscerally irritating and far from innocent term itself, the guilty pleasure. I don't think I actually groan out loud when I'm asked every time I'm interviewed, what are your guilty pleasures? But from deep within the cacophonous orchestra of my mind, the woodwind section starts up a searing wail, the cellos come in with their melancholy sob, only giving way to the brass section to end with wah, 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 wah of the sad trombone. I may be smiling, but inside I'm keening. My answer to that question is always the same, and while I worry that I repeat it so often that it might be beginning to sound glib, I have to say that I feel it profoundly, and it is this. No one should feel guilty about what they eat or the pleasure they get from eating. The only thing to feel guilty about, and even then I don't recommend it, is the failure to be grateful for that pleasure. So today, enjoy your food, enjoy what you're putting into your body, and don't feel guilty about it. Choose good ingredients and you can't really go wrong. Have a great day, everybody.
Oh, wow. I like that. That is so true as well. I feel like guilty pleasures, it is a thing that I think we should just scrap, especially this year. There's a lot of things that I love, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. And I'm totally with that guilty pleasure should be out of the dictionary. It shouldn't be a word combination used together, because if you like something and you're not hurting anybody.
I think it's the whole thing with diet culture, to be honest with you. It's like, you know what? Just eat balanced food and be proud of it. Like, I don't want to get too into it, because otherwise I'll end up going off on one. But, you know, we should be able to enjoy food and not feel bad about it, whereas you've got organisations who profit off of this sort of guilty pleasure, or you've got Weight Watchers who literally call food sins, which is just mad.
Yeah.
Sets me off big time.
I feel like a lot of that culture is one of the main reasons for eating disorders and people having distorted images of themselves and what they can and cannot like. There's a fine line between overboard and just balance and enjoyment. And as long as you can have that enjoyment and that self-control and enjoy yourself, and you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, then there's nothing wrong with having, you know, a couple of days a week or a few days a week where you do have a treat, because otherwise your body will just crave it, because these little treats are amazing. And who doesn't like some cake, or who doesn't like vegan chocolates, or do you know what I mean? Everybody likes something, whether that be a little glass of wine in the evening, whether that be a bit of chocolate or some crisps. I personally love watching Netflix with some crisps and dip. That's my thing. And oh yeah, the tzatziki, that lovely yogurt. And that's my guilty pleasure, and I'm not going to stop that for anybody. You know, I'm enjoying myself, and we're in lockdown as well. This is the perfect time to enjoy things that are going to help you get through it.
Exactly, yeah. Especially at the moment. What other pleasures do we have? Do you know, a drink or a bar of chocolate, as long as it's in moderation, isn't a problem. I ate a pot of ice cream over the weekend, and I'm not going to apologise for it.
I had a tub of Halo Top. When was it? On, I think it was Friday night. And I enjoyed every single spoonful of it. It was the peanut butter cup. I enjoyed it.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, honestly, they have these the peanut butter bits. Oh my God. And obviously Halo Top is a little bit better for you than your average sort of, you know, Haagen-Dazs, which is just insanely good. And I've eaten one of the big tubs before.
I could totally do that at the moment.
I remember when I was going back again to when I was growing up in Greece, me and my brother would eat a tub of ice cream sometimes for breakfast. And my mum would just be like, "What are you doing?" And we'd be like, "It's summer. We're enjoying the ice cream." The great thing about that was we were allowed to do that. So for me, it wasn't a sin, like you said with the Weight Watchers, to do that. And it wasn't like a taboo to go, you know what, have the chocolate, eat what you want within moderation and enjoy it. And I think that's it. Just enjoy it. And go on, Nigella. You know, she's a healthy, beautiful woman who, you know, enjoys
the microwave properly. The microwave. I'll never forgive her for that. Like when she started calling hummus hummus.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the whole other story. Well, I thought we'd finish off with one last video, which really made me laugh. I was sat on the sofa last night doing the zombie scroll. You know what I mean? When you're just sat there, phone in front of you. And I thought I came across this TikTok, and it cracked me up. I think it just hit one of my funny bones. So let's have a
Welcome to Sleepwalking with me.
No! Whoa! Nice! I'm sorry.
Watch. Watch. That was something that horror films are made of. That was amazing. That poor girl must have been horrified.
So she's a Canadian-based TikToker who has sleepwalked for ages, and as part of it, her husband set up all of these cameras around the house to capture it. And that's just one of many. They are so funny. This was probably the one that was the most children content friendly of them. And there's some where she sleepwalked and left the house wearing, like, sleeping in her birthday suit sort of thing, and woken up in the middle of like a park and all sorts of things. Apparently it's triggered by lactose for her, so but it just, that laugh at the end was that's too much for me.
That's amazing. That's great. What a legend. You just imagine, like, I mean, I don't just sleepwalk or even talk. I'm like almost like a dead body when I'm asleep. And when I was younger, my family would always say, she's only good when she's asleep. And it's true. I'm quite loud and chatty. And then when I'm asleep, I literally, like, I've had ex-partners and partners, whatever, say, sometimes I feel like I'm worried that you're dead because you're so do you do anything weird in your sleep, Oscar?
Yes, not very often. I'm not as bad as Dean. Dean has a tendency to not sleep talk, but like when he's half awake, say some strange things. But Dean captured a video recently of me whistling in my sleep. I know. It was so creepy because it was like nothing, just like sort of the same tone over and over again. But like, you know how you can imagine it in a horror film or something? You just get this like faint whistling coming from upstairs. It was quite creepy.
If I was your partner, I would have gone out of that room. I would have locked myself in that room. Wow, that's cool. I mean, my boyfriend, I believe, well, he sometimes sleep talks.
Okay,
that's it. But yeah, and I've got a couple of friends who sleep talk, but me personally, luckily, I don't freak anyone out when I'm asleep. I probably do when I'm awake, but when I'm asleep, I'm pretty quiet.
So the creepiest thing that Dean's ever said to me, when I was waking him up, he used to work nights, so I'd be getting him up when I got home from work, and he turns around to me and goes, "Is the fixer here?" And I was like, "Oh dear, that's enough." I don't know why it creeped me out so much. You know, it's just the fixer, isn't it? It sounds really optimistic. So
I remember one evening, I think my boyfriend was kind of half awake. I was sat there watching murder documentaries, as I do, and he literally just turns around and goes, "Oh, don't forget to plug that microphone in, and we'll go to the gig in the car." And he was talking about a gig, and I was just like, this is during lockdown, so he's clearly dreaming of another world where we can gig. And it was just great. And I was just like, what? And he goes, "Don't forget to plug the input in." And I was just like, and he was almost having a go at me because evidently in his dream I wasn't able, which is quite accurate. Vocalists sometimes just sit there and let other people work around them. And I woke up the next day and I was like, "Do you remember, like, almost navigating me how to like sort out my microphone?" And he was like, "No, what are you on about?" And I was like, "No, you were having a go at me. You were asking me to drive us there. You were asking what the set list was." And I was actually responding, "We're in lockdown. What are you on about?" And I wish I'd recorded it, but I felt bad. I didn't want to embarrass him the next day. But it was a very strange occurrence. It freaked me out.
Yeah, it sounds it. Wow.
Yes.
Well, we're coming to the end of today's show, so I just wanted to thank you very much for joining me again. It's been weird not talking. I've missed you over the Christmas period.
I miss our video chats. Like that's one of the highlights is getting this done with you and having a chat and catching up and everything. So yeah, it's been a long time, but I'm glad that you look well. You look like you've lost a bit of weight as well. I can see in your face a little bit. You look well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Eating what I want, but just moving a bit more.
Yeah, I've been following your fitness. I've been doing a couple of the fitness classes that have been coming on with Yana, and who's the lady that does it with her?
Oh, Misa.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've been doing a few of them, and I saw your challenge. That looked very painful.
Oh, the Sally Up, Sally Down. Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, check out. It's in the Not Alone group on Facebook. It's a song that you get Alexa to play, and every time they say "Sally up," you go up, and every time they say "down," you go into a squat. And
it says it a lot. It says it a lot.
I think it was one with Tom Daly who was doing it with push-ups instead of planks.
No, thank you.
Anyway, so have you got a final point to leave anybody with today?
Just that it's nice to be back. I hope you're all well and keep in touch with us. And thank you for watching. I guess it's good to be back, and it's nice to be involved in this community and give back and help others in need that might be feeling isolated at the moment. We are here for you. Thank you again for having me on the show.
No worries at all. And last thing from me is that if you want to have your own show like we're doing here, if you've got an idea, you've got a talent that you would just love to share with people, then by all means email kel@prideinsurrey.org with the concept of your show, and we can see about arranging it. Or otherwise, if you have a short video that you would love to see featured on the Not Alone Talks, you can email Kel again, which is kel@prideinsurrey.org, or email myself, which is oscar@prideinsurrey.org, and we will get you on the next Not Alone Talks.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, Kel. Thank you all who are watching at the moment. Have a lovely evening, and no doubt speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.